The Knicks ready to enjoy that one-of-a-kind New York home court advantage. Coming into the building earlier tonight. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Washington where they'll take on the Wizards. And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got Kevin McHale. He's out there with Bird. And it's Russell in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Knicks, Johnson is out there with Ewing. Then there's Ward. And it's Sprewell in at the 3. And the regular season, Richard, is finally here. Wow, I am excited to work with you again this season. Cannot wait for the schedule.
Oh, to work with you, Kev, man, you're a legend. And it's always an interesting journey. We're fired up. These teams are fired up. Let the games begin.
Go. And so off the tip, it's New York. Johnson outside. Here's Houston. Here's Ewing. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Russell. Bird outside. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Sharman, the pass to McHale. And here's Bird. 6 to shoot. Screened by Russell. That doesn't go either for Bird.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Houston. There's the screen. Now the dish to Ewing. New York needs to get off a shot. Fires from deep. Houston's shot's good.
And we see Houston take a healthy amount of threes for a reason. This guy very accurate from beyond.
Cousy passes to Sharman. Screened by Russell. To the inside. And Ewing sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ewing. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
The pass to Cousy. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. Hands it from downtown.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Sprewell. Johnson, the pass to Houston. Inside, McHale. It's hauled in by Larry Johnson.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
Passes it to Sprewell. Here's Ewing. Nice D from Russell.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
When you look at this Knicks roster, Greg, this is a team that feels it can make a deep playoff push.
And they have their stars. They have tons of young talent. Developing that talent and adding a piece or 2 should get them where they want to go.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And Greg, the way the Celtics have approached this season in terms of intensity, I think they clearly feel, though, they have unfinished business.
They've been so close to a title for a number of years. They've even been title favorites at times. It's part of the maturation process, as excruciating as it may be.
And so he hits both. Greg, you spent your first 4 seasons playing in New York. What's that like?
When the Knicks are winning, Kevin, there is no place you'd rather be. The fans are incredibly smart, loyal, and they'll treat you like a king. But no doubt that media pressure is for real.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Kuzi. There's a screen by McHale. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Shot's good from Bird.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
For New York, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Sprewell. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Ewing, and the Knicks good for 2.
How about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Sharman. He feeds it to Russell. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
New York trailing. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. The jump hook. It's hauled in by Bill Russell. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. First chance here in their inaugural game of the season to go up against New York.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end. And Houston, a pro at initiating the contact, an aggressive shooter who's looking for opportunities to get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. RJ, when we talk about the Boston Celtics, they've transformed into a real heavyweight out east.
Oh, they are a dominant team out east. One of the dominant teams in this league. Look, they have so much young talent and talent that they drafted and developed. This group, their only job is to contend for championships.
Bird with the bucket.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch-and-shoot game.
Here's Houston. He's got 8. Rejected by McHale. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. On defense, the Celtics. It's a 3-point game. Stolen by Bird. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And obviously you know about the deep range, but Bird just as lethal, working the angles on the interior.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Johnson outside. And stolen by Russell. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
At the elbow, it's Bird. Clock at 6. Here's Kuzi. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Ward. And there's the pass to Sprewell. On the wing, Johnson. Passes to Houston. Will it go? Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Kuzi. He's got 5. Pass to McHale. Bird outside. It's good. The assist that time from McHale. Bird's got 11 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
New York calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. In fourth, the Celtics.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
And so it's New York with it, trailing by 10. Pass to Ward. New York moving the ball around to the middle. Here's Houston. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
The pass to Bird. Here's Sharman. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Passes it to Houston. For 3. Drills the three-pointer. Houston's got 11 points.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Timeout, Boston. For your Knicks, hitting answer.
group out on the floor right now for the Knicks.
And now look at Jason Tatum coming off a terrific season. Tops in scoring. And his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him. And you can't even really contain him. So it's the Celtics now. 10-point lead. White against Brunson. Misses off the left iron. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Fires it up. And it's Cowens with the rebound. And here's Boston. They're on an 18-7 run. Pierce the pass to Tatum. And that comes off the assist by Pierce.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And here are the Knicks now. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. White with the defensive effort. Boston leading by 12. Pierce kicks to White. Over Thomas. The kick out to Pierce. Pass to Cowens. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And Cowan is a physical player. He seems to welcome any challenge that D throws at him. Remarkable at scoring, even while getting knocked around. How about that skill set that Cowens possesses? Shoots a high clip from the field and rebounds the ball well at either big man position.
Now here's Brown. Hasn't made one yet. Can be a screen on Tatum. Brown the pass to Campbell. To the paint. Here's Pierce. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 17. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
On defense, the Celtics. Thomas kicks to Brunson. Camby dishes to Brown.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
In the corner, Tatum with it. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Oh, Richard, the Celtics, an excellent defensive team. Very disciplined.
Yeah, you don't see them gamble for a lot of steals. They do a great job of just staying connected and challenging shots without foul.
Count that one.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Celtics leading by 17. Pass to Tatum. The 3. The Knicks pull it in. Childs guarded by Tatum. Over in the corner, Brown. And the pass to Campbell. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Clock at 4. Down low. Here's Brown. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Brown's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Childs covered by Havlicek. Brown against Tatum. Out to Brunson. Hits it from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's White. Still yet to score. Outside Tatum. No good, unable to end this run.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
So for the Knicks, Dudley's checked in, and it's Wingate in for Brown.
Substitution on the court.
Celtics on D. A 12-point game. Back to Camby. Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to Dudley. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Barber. There's the triple. And it's Cowens with the rebound. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tatum deciding where to go with it.
Okay, big boy. All right. You like to see Tatum asserting himself on the interior. Look, he's forcing the defense to foul. They're too little.
The Celtics shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And that one falls for Tatum.
We talk about Tatum's offense, and for good reason, but his play on the defensive end is really valuable for this team.
And so Tatum nails them both. And here's Brunson. 1 second left, and good that time. Brunson's got 5 now. And so it's Larry Bird making things happen for the Boston Celtics. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this.
The Celtics, 34.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Celtics here, they have been putting on a show, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
Boston leading by 12. So with Ewing sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Ward out there with Wingate. Then it's Johnson, and it's Sprewell in at the small forward. Now, here is Havlicek. Scoreless thus far. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, Russell in position. And Bill Russell slams it in.
And this is the problem. The length, the timing. Russell, one of the very best at corralling misses and turning them into points.
Here's Sprewell after the basket by Boston. We've the league is now, Greg, on any given night, we sometimes see a team fall flat. Is it just luck of the draw?
Sometimes players are tired, and sometimes they relax. You know, this is why leadership is so vital, setting that standard for others to follow.
The Knicks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And the first one drops. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the paint. Here's Cowens. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so it's New York with it after the basket by Boston. Or the pass to Johnson. Here's Sprewell. He has yet to score.
Got size and quickness. That's a great combination that Sprewell possesses.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Russell. On the wing, Bird. There's the pick. The 19-foot shot. And again, it's Boston converting.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Larry Bird. And it's Sprewell missing.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Bird left side. Basket counts. Bird's got 15 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Knicks trail by 17. Or the pass to Johnson. Stolen by Bird. Pass to Kuzi. Now Havlicek. Misses the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The Celtics are playing with a high level of motivation. All-star Jason Tatum says what we talk about before the game, halftime, is win by any cost, by any means. Figure it out, win the game, and build great habits along the way. Kevin?
Still room to grow. David, thanks. Now, here is Russell. And John Havlicek, the bucket, on the assist by Russell.
And guys, there are 2 types of stars. I mean, the guy who makes himself look better, and then there's the guy who makes his teammates look better. Russell is clearly the latter.
New York calls timeout. The Celtics making a switch here. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. In fourth, the Celtics.
They didn't give away any points at the free throw line, and that makes a head coach's life so much easier.
And so it's New York with it, trailing by 19. Now the pass to Ewing. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Kuzi. 5 points in the game. Russell finds Bird. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Bird's got 6 in the quarter.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Passes it to Ewing. Over Russell. Trying to get open is Johnson. A nice shot by Ewing. Ewing's got 6 points. Celtics leading by 17. Here's Kuzi. On the wing, Bird fires the 3. Russell dishes to McHale. Count it. Good. McHale's got his first basket of the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The Knicks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Houston. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And this is where Houston is at his best. So good at just catching and shooting.
Here's Kuzi. Pass to Bird. Here's Sharman. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The pass to Sprewell to the inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Wow. Look at the extension Russell gets there. That comes from great positioning plus the quick jump with the wingspan.
Now, here is Bird. He's got 17. Here's Sharman. Cranes the three-pointer. He's got 8.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Passes it to Johnson. Some nice passing by New York here. And it's Sprewell missing.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
McHale kicks to Russell. Screened by Russell. Let's go. They get it back.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Sprewell. To the middle. Here's Ewing. And Ewing slams it in.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Boston leading by 17. Pass to Bird. Here's Kuzi. Shoots the 3. Great play by Bird to set it up. Bird's got 3 assists in the game.
An obsessive perfectionist. Bird's become one of the great passers this league has ever seen.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And a big round of applause for your Knicks City Kid.
Celtics deciding to change it up.
For your Knicks City Kings.
Dishes to Brown. The screen from Ewing. 4 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Havlicek. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
Yeah, and among the many things to like about Hondo, he is strictly about the team. Willing to take on any role. He just wants to win.
On the wing, Brown. They set the pick. There's the drive. And the shot goes in. Brown's got 6. Boston leading by 21.
37-36.
There's the pass to Bird. Here's Sharman. Passes it to Havlicek. Screened by Russell. 5 on the clock. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside Thomas. And the foul called on Larry Bird. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution for your Knicks, Marcus Camby.
Here's Brunson. 5 points in the game. Some nice passing by New York here. 5 to shoot. Thomas passes to Brunson. Launches a 3. The rebound by the Celtics. Russell's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
A wide open look for Bird. It's rebounded by New York.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Driving the lane. Childs. Bank shot. No good. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Kuzi passes to Havlicek. Russell a screen on Brown. Havlicek. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Camby. Still without a basket. Runs in the pass to Camby. He kicks to Brown. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Right now, the loudest section is getting t-shirts. Get on your feet.
a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Fifth on the list, Jason Tatum.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Celtics. The kick out to Tatum. Havlicek against Wingate. Boston again missing. New York's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Wingate's got his first points of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Rondo looking over the floor. Ball's knocked loose. Brunson against Rondo. Brunson the pass to Camby. Brown outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Brunson sets a screen for Brown. 6 on the shot clock. 11 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing.
I rushed that one a little bit. Pretty clean look inside.
And here's Tatum for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
3-point goal.
Tatum's got 9.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from mid-range.
Now Dudley. Brown outside. Pass to Camby. Over in the corner, Brown. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Barber's checked in for Brown. And then for Boston. Pierce comes in for Garnett. And it's White in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Barber missing. And the Celtics shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And White kicks to Pierce. To the left side wing. White wide open. He fires. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Dudley. Barber passes to Brunson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Pass to Wingate. Here's Barber. New York moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Camby. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Tatum. 27 seconds left in the first half. And slam dunk by Tatum.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's the teardrop. It's good. Brunson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
I think Tatum got what he wanted there. Shot in the air and the foul. Well done.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And that one falls for Tatum. And New York making a change here. And so Tatum nails them both. Seven seconds left to play here in the half. Now here's Brunson. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Tibbs. Going against a high-powered offense like this, I know you have your work cut out for you at the defensive end.
Yeah, they're tough to guard. They put a lot of pressure on you. You can't make body position mistakes. We've got to make sure we try to make them work for the points.
We'll see if you can be more effective in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here now at Boston. At this point, you got to take every team you're up against as a test. Asking yourself, what can we do better than last year? Happens for us, too. Kenny, you cook up any new approaches in the offseason?
Well, I'm going to reveal those, over time, not just all in one sitting. But you're right. There is an opportunity to stretch and experiment. See what's working and what isn't.
Now let's talk about that first half. It's been a runaway success for the Celtics.
Unstoppable from range. That was the story of the first half. Defenders tried to chase them off their spots, but they made some tough shots.
And they had that relentless approach. They don't mind missing one or two. They just keep on coming at you. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Larry Bird.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. We've got Russell, Bird out there with McHale, and it's Kuzi in at the point guard. Here's Ward. After the basket by Boston. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Sherman with the rebound.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Bird looking it over. Beyond the arc. McHale. It's good on the putback. McHale's got his second bucket.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Johnson outside. And there's the pass to Sprewell. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Kuzi passes to Sharman. Screened by Russell. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Ewing.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And Ewing has got the ball here for the Knicks. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Johnson with it, and it's McHale picking him up. Johnson finds Ewing. It's good from about 19 feet. Ewing's got 10 points in the game.
Celtics leading 76-47.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jason Tatum said his quiet demeanor may belie his hunger to win for some people. He said, "I feel like sometimes I come off so laid back that I don't know if people understand how much I invest into this game, how much I care, how hard I work, because I'm not the loudest or may show everything." Kevin?
Yeah, you know, his passion, DA, for the game is right there, and we appreciate your story. Here's Ward. Still scoreless. Ewing can't hit.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
Kuzi. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Or the pass to Houston. There's the pick. On the wing, Johnson. Clock at 6. Or the pass to Johnson, and he gets the bucket.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Celtics have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Passes to Sharman. Screened by Russell. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Ewing. Ewing's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out left to the wing. Here's Sprewell. That one rolling around and rims out. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Kuzi passes to Sharman. Screened by Russell. Inside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And what you love about Russell is he plays to his strengths. Nothing fancy, just goes right to one of his impeccable moves.
Or the pass to Sprewell. Here's Ward. No scoring in this one. Pass to Houston. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. In third, the Knicks.
Last year, they had a very physical aspect of the game down. They were a very tough team to keep off the boards.
Here's Kuzi. He's got 11. Bird outside. Pass to Sharman. McHale outside. There's a good screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Kuzi. There's the 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Not the best pick I've seen, but look, hey, he got the job done, and that's all that matters.
Pass to Houston. Here's Ewing, and it's sent back by Russell. Here's Kuzi. He's got 14. To the left wing. Here's Sharman. Knicks with the rebound. Ewing's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him. See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
So it's Boston now, after New York gets the 3.
52.
Out to the right wing. Screened by Russell. Here's Sharman, and Ewing with the block. They retain possession. Here's Kuzi. Bird way outside. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Or the pass to Johnson. Here's Houston. Shoots over Bird. Houston can't get it to go.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Pass to Kuzi. Bird outside. Pass to Sharman. Nice ball movement by Boston. On the wing, Bird. Three-pointer. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Ewing can't hit.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Here's Kuzi. 14 points for him. The pass to McHale. Swiped it away. With the teardrop, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Second team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Celtics.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the 3. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
And that one falls for Johnson. Marcus Camby. He's checked in for New York. And Johnson drops them both. And Boston has possession. Garnett outside. Rondo kicks to Havlicek. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
New York's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Passes it to Houston. Over Havlicek. Houston's shot's good. Houston's got 16 points.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Havlicek outside. And again, it's Boston converting.
And, guys, you got to know who you're guarding. You got to run the shooter off that sweet spot. And for Havlicek, that's anything in the mid-range area.
Here's Houston. 16 points for him. That 3 off the mark. And here's the fast break. Here's Havlicek. And Ewing sends it back. Here's Ward. Nothing on the board. The feed to Ewing. Double team on Ewing. And that one drops.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Celtics. Bird outside. Back to Rondo. To the inside. And it's Havlicek missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Ward. Throws it up high. Houston's shot's good. Houston's got 4 points in the quarter.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Rondo dishes to Parrish. To the paint, here's Havlicek, and the dunk by Havlicek.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Tipped away. Rondo with the steal. Here's Parrish. The rebound by Larry Johnson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Ewing slams it in.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Guys, straight power there. Straight power. Austin with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Rondo kicks to Havlicek. On the wing, Bird. They double-team Bird. Rondo passes to Havlicek. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Garnett. Good, and the assist goes to Parrish.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
Here's Ward. He's covered by Rondo. Pass to Johnson. Here's Houston.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Ewing inside. Guarded by Garnett. Ward misses.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Havlicek outside. Over Houston. That's tipped. Pass to Ward. And here's Ewing, defended by Parrish. Puts it up from 12. Ewing can't get it to go. Boston's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Garnett dishes to Havlicek. Parrish kicks to Havlicek. And again, it's Boston converting.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
We've got 1:08 left in the third. Here's Ward. He's covered by Rondo. Houston. New York, no good that time either.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
Rondo gets the bucket.
And, you know, he's proven to be capable at sinking that mid-range jump shot. Rondo has to be respected from that part of the floor.
Here's Ward after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Back to Johnson. And the pass to Ward. New York moving it around. A 3-ball. Houston's shot's good. Houston's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he knocked down 4 triples in the first half. You got to stay in his hip pocket.
Celtics lead.
Passes it to Parrish.
65.
Havlicek outside. Ewing comes to help. Havlicek the pass to Parrish. And it's Parrish with the jam.
And remember, Havlicek was a highly recruited quarterback, so you see his passing ability on that one.
Here's Ewing. And the layup's good off the glass. Ewing's got 16 points.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Celtics just dominating this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
You guys got to read the ball better. Stay in your stance. Read the ball. All pressure. Everybody talking. Oh,
You know, Greg, when the defense is lacking, Dom will definitely let you know about it.
He doesn't hold back, and his players respect him for it. He wants them to improve their effort.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Ewing is out there with Johnson. Then there's Ward. And it's Houston at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Boston now. Here's Sharman. From deep. Drills it from outside.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Pass to Ewing. The second chance effort, and he lays it up and in. Ewing's got 12 points here in the second half.
And Ewing with that size really creates a tough matchup, especially when he's attacking the offensive board.
Pass to Sharman. Three-pointer. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The pass to Ewing. Over Russell. Ewing misses.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
Screened by Russell. And it's Havlicek missing.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Celtics ball. Checking in for the Celtics, Dave Cowens, Jason Tatum, Paul Pierce, JoJo White.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. At the elbow, Ewing. Here's Ward. White covering. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Sprewell, the pass to Ward. Here's Sprewell. Here's covering. Down low. Here's Houston. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Allen Houston at the line, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And he can't hit the second. And the NBA said expansion should wait until after the new CBA. Greg, that's done, so what new team?
I mean, Kevin, it seems like Seattle's been waiting forever. Professional teams have been crowding into Las Vegas, and don't sleep on Mexico City. A lot of potential fans south of the border.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Ward, the pass to Sprewell. Passes it to Houston. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Rebound, Boston.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Sharman. Kicks it to Russell. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 feet out. And Kevin McHale, the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Sprewell, the pass to Ewing. Over Russell. That one a little long.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range.
Now, here is Russell. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Here's Ward. Pass to Houston. Here's Ward. Here's Sprewell. Here's Houston. And the 3 off target. Bird passes to Kuzi. And Richard, cap smoothing is part of this new labor deal with the max 10% increases. Why is that important?
Well, it's so we don't get another KD and Warriors situation where the rich just got richer. Other players got contracts too, maybe a little too rich. I think the lesson was learned to smooth it out over time.
Obviously a great athlete, but the length of Ewing also helps on those alley-oops there. Throw it up his way, and the rest is easy.
Here's Kuzi. Here's Sharman. Connects from three-point range. Sharman's got 6 here in this quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Now, here is Bird. Kuzi passes to McHale. Right wing. Screened by Russell. Here's Sharman. Back to Russell. Now the pass to Sharman. 3 on the clock. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Ward. Passes to Sprewell. Russell against Ewing. Nice D from Russell. Boston is on 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Bird. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for Bird. GA, is it me, or does it feel like we've had more parity in the league the last few seasons?
Well, Kevin, the playoffs have been pretty hard to predict lately. I will give you that. There's been only one repeat champion in the past decade. It's a competitive league.
Pass to Ward. To the middle. Here's Ewing.
And you see the defense. I mean, there are guys who are great with the weak side help. Some are better on ball. Russell dominates that end in every category.
Kuzi can't hit. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Or the pass to Sprewell. Here's Ward. Pass to Houston. 6 to shoot. Looking to end the run. And Boston with the rebound.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
The pass to Bird. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Bird's got 4 points this quarter.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
New York shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Johnson surveying the floor. Bangs home the trifecta.
And how about Sprewell there, dropping one from deep. Really like how he's starting to get a feel for that three-pointer.
Celtics lead.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Passes it to Sharman. So, around the NBA, Richard, we've seen an uptick in injuries, more missed games. Why do you think that is?
Well, call me old, but guys used to play through those minor aches. You said it, Kevin. I've played 82 games 4 times in my career. I've played 78 or more 7 times in my career. End of the day, you're not healthy for all of those games. It's about making that decision to push through and go play.
5 on the clock. Here's Sprewell. Great D that time from Bird.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Here's Russell, and Bill Russell slams it in.
And the relentless nature that is Bill Russell. Always working for the best scoring opportunity. Won't find one better than that.
Here's Houston. The screen from Ewing. Houston, the pass to Ewing. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Kuzi. On the wing, Bird. The Celtics working the ball around now. McHale. And another basket for Boston.
And fantastic length. The touch on the jump shot, almost impossible to stop McHale from mid-range.
Here's Sprewell, defended by Bird, and stolen by McHale. Yep, it counts.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Here's Sprewell, defended by Bird. And the Knicks miss again.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Here's Sprewell, feeds it to Ewing. Over Russell. Ewing's shot is good. Ewing's got 16 points here in the second half.
And one reason why Ewing is not only an all-star talent, but a Hall of Fame talent. Awesome at getting to his spots and then capitalizing.
Here's Kuzi.
2 minutes.
To the right side. Here's Sharman. Shot clock at 6. And Ewing sends it back. Here's Bird. They grab their own miss. And Ewing has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. There's 1:34 left in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Houston's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Knicks. Boston's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Now, here is Russell, following the shot by Patrick Ewing. Back to McHale. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kuzi. And a miss there on the triple. 44 seconds left in the game. Here's Sprewell. Pass to Houston. Now here's Ewing. Banked in off the glass.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
87.
Kuzi passes to Sharman. Screened by Russell. 11 feet away. Pass to Sharman. He kicks it to McHale. Here's Sharman. Russell a screen on Johnson. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Bill Russell.